and perform your civic duty. It is your right. Thank you, gentlemen.
They said, just come out and perform your right. Come and vote. As you went out to go and vote now, did they allow you to vote? Now, did you see this man now coming back to come and defend you when you still went to go and vote and then they ended up putting you inside the gutter, beating you up, telling you cannot vote because you don't look like a Yoruba man, you be Igbo, you cannot vote. Did this man here come to your aid? No. Madam Biafra, you have the mic. Welcome to the studio.
Hello, Biafrans. Can you hear me?
Yeah, very well, very well. Fire on. I can hear you.
That is the problem we're having with these people. We call it all Ayomi in my village. They will knock here and they will come out to say, who is that? Who is knocking? They are the one that telling you about the right. Is today they know you have right. The only right they know is that whenever they want you to vote, they remember you have a right to vote. They remember you have a right to vote.
Wait. Dudu King, please mute yourself until when it's time for you to speak. Mute your microphone. Dudu King, mute your microphone until when it's time for you to speak. Okay, Biafra, continue.
And when they come out to vote now, did they allow them to vote? When they burn down our markets, your properties, did you hear them say anything? When they shot at many of them in Lagos, did you hear any of them talk? Even the Obi that they were clamoring for, did you hear him say anything about the buying of our people? Did you hear him say anything? We warned you, our leader warned you. Some of you are coming back now, little by little. I saw some of you posting, Nnamdi Kanu, Chineke gozie gi. Chineke ga-akpọnụ gị ọkụ ebe ị hapụ Nnamdi Kanu and go and be jumping up and down, shouting Obi. Wasted our opportunity. You don't know what you did to this, our freedom. You don't know where we would have been if Biafra land is like a dead zone. Now shout, tribal bigots, Obi win, Obi one banya. Obi that refused to talk about your freedom. He even told you that Biafra died 1952. All these people you are seeing their faces now, where were they where Ehamufu was on fire? Python dance 1, Python dance 2, crocodile smiled. The only right you have, according to them, is right to vote. So you don't have right to live. You don't have right to your own money. The money that you are crying and paying money to get your hard-earned money. Did you hear them say anything? Because they know how to get their own cut. It is unfortunate that some of us is still, I don't know what to say, especially in that dungeon. Whether na suffer head they make una know they think well again. That is why you cannot reason again. You are in Lagos, in Alaba, in Ibalogu. When we say sit at home, you will not. Is it when they say go to www.ipobinUSA.org/donate to go and buy granite? Now that one you go feed do. Adema police, Adema Kotoma. You no go sit down. Now they forcefully made you to sit down for how many months? For this year, you are not sure you have anything to fall on now for your family. But you refuse to sit down at home only once. Because when I look at what is even happening in Lagos, I don't know the angle you guys are seeing it. When we call Yoruba, the Hausas, the Fulanis are wicked. But I never see anywhere where Fulani come out to say, no vote. Now this Lagos, now Asia. Where will they tell ourselves the bitter truth? I don't understand the Yorubas. Their own, even Fulani they learn. This their own. Fulani they learn from them. when I say it's some of us, might not agree with me, but I've known these people. Nobody love you, Biafrans. You better love yourself. They only come to you when they need something from you, when they will use you, when you are beneficial. Some of them, one person sent me church, say this pastor now, this one, I said thunder. I said, go and share it to your friend and brethren. Not only when you reach where you wanna go pay tithe, then go tell you that church, that pastor. How many of you be assistant pastor for that church? The churches in Lagos, how many Igbo be assistant pastor? Na church warden, na Sunday school teacher, na in then they use una cleaner. How many of your pastor said that it is Tinubu that will win? Prophesy. I prophesy. How many of them say Atiku will win? How many of them condemn the killing of our people in Lagos? How many of them condemn the properties, destruction of our brothers and brethren properties in Lagos? Biafrans. Una dey run until rain full una body. I think the rain don't even the swallow una. No be say they full your body. Ndị Igbo anaghị agbasa mmiri na ozu ha ahụ. Nke a bụzi na mmiri na-agbagbuzi unu na-enu unu. How do you know how many people die in that lagoon? That open lagoon they threaten to push you inside. Do you know how many they push inside that lagoon? Do you know how many people are missing in Lagos every day? I beg, tell him to continue. Let me rest.
Thank you, Obin. Make Biafra great again. Welcome to the studio. You have the mic.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi Sonny.
There we go.
Igbo people say, Ada go chinti na sugo. Meaning that, they hear word. When the thing said, no be person go tell you, say, don't say it. Those Biafrans where they Lagos, wait to say, all the sit at home they do for East, consign them. They reach their side now. But the only thing I go tell them be say, may they careful, oh. Maybe say, we don't get bad people everywhere, no get good people everywhere. But as this thing be, this kind of people, they don't go poison their food for buka or restaurant because as it be, na Fulani they champion everything. They really want to reduce the number of our Biafran population. They don't use them enough for Lagos. If I will advise them, let everybody stop investing in Lagos. If possible, let them even stop importation for now, so that they will even know, how Nigeria won't take survive. All those areas where they make money, may they even hot for now. In case they don't know the importance. I was telling somebody that Biafra might, breaking up of Nigeria is going to start from Lagos. The army people they brought, all of them don't wear turn to Aberu. Come attack with Tinubu gangs, join with Fulani terrorists in army uniform. All of them don't wear mufti enter street. Fulani where they bush, where they find how they won't come out. All of them now don't come out. But let Yoruba also know, say, when they finish with Igbo, they go still face them. Sanusi is there now warming up now. Shebi one BME of Lagos. And all these things that will happen. Someone look that is giving Igbo people 100 million. Can 100 million stock how many shops where they burn their market? You give 100 million, then this wahala boss, governor, if he can't talk, say at least he was still a sitting governor up to Saturday. He couldn't say any word. And the person will give you money, and the money not to vote for him. So they are all happy that this is happening to you. Someone who couldn't say a word. Buhari, that one, if he say a word. They are enjoying it as Igbo and Yoruba they fight because we they look for Oduduwa and Biafra to exit. Let every Igbos be careful. If they waka for night, reduce them. Because they still they hunt for head to clean the Nigerian land before they are so-called swearing in if it go happen. Reduce night journey, night travel, night movement inside Lagos. Everywhere you are in Lagos, you just have to beware and watch your back. So now, if I'm to say, if Igbo people were there Lagos day wise, they suppose, Biafran people, they suppose to sit at home with the East from henceforth. Every month at least, let them sit at home. Let Lagos also see as it be. Because they are doing business there, the Nigeria is not really feeling the impact. How many people from Yoruba, they import things? Na Igbo. We had Tinubu saying, oh, they will go and open seaport. So they know what they're doing to us. Ordinary license to fly international flights for Enugu and Anambra, government refused to give it to us. They say because of security, what. Why must we always travel to Lagos or Abuja to go and apply for visa? And we are the most frequent traveled people in that country. It's high time we begin to think like human beings. Oh, enough is enough. So if you're living in Lagos, if I'm to tell you, stop investing in Lagos and Abuja. Stop moving at night. They have not finished with they just test run this one. No, they just test. Now they test to now. The main one will soon come. Because by the time anything happened to their so-called Jagaban, between now and swearing in, they will come for you. After swearing in, they will come for you. So people should start thinking of option B. They will say, we no get land, we no get this. If we start developing from Onitsha Expressway to about all those empty lands there, begin to build industry, what person will find go Lagos? So if you are not championing the cause of exiting Nigeria as a Biafran, this one should teach you a lesson. Don't go and relax because they are going to come again. You know, they are he-goat. You know, goat, when you pursue, go come back again to yam. So you people should just watch your back in that Lagos. Mind what you eat. Mind where you go. Mind what you do. Make sure you are at alert, even in your shop. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. They can't be coming and be killing us, stealing our things, coming to our homes. They can't run away from them now. There are Yoruba people in Newi. They even did carnival. I have the video is online. They are in Newi. They are in Aba. I remember some people where do you service for my place. My parents give them Yoruba, give them free land to start their life. They not collect one for more than 7 years. Now Tinubu should be the son marry Igbo. So the grandchildren they go throw them inside canal now. So that if you don't have mother who is Igbo or wife who is Igbo, heaven will fall. You should not follow these old people that if God had give them more few years on earth, they will soon go. The same hatred, they are bringing it back to this current generation. I was asking them, I say, if your papa go sell una land or property to do a one be, na Igbo man do am. So why are you people now angry? Huh? There's no Igbo person owing any landlord. Instead, they are the ones swindling you people. Make you get land for Lagos now. You go pay. Even money when you go take develop himself, go spend them for payment. I know somebody will want open school for Lagos because now Igbo, they tell us make you go put Yoruba person for in list of directors before they go approve the school for him. And he ended up not doing it. Is it because people are not coming out to see what they're seeing in Lagos? Let every Biafra in Lagos be, whether it be Calabar, whether it be anything. So far as you cross from Oredan, you are this thing, Ajokuta Momuyi or Enyamri, whatever they call you, they are counting you alongside with Igbo. See how they even kiss some Yoruba, say you resemble Igbo. You can imagine how they reason. Then tomorrow, two people will put these ones as Nigerian military, Nigerian police, all this Agberona. With their, when they don't take Igbo plus gun on their hand, who knows how Nigeria will turn into. The earlier we leave this contraction, the better for us, so that our life will remain for us. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you, Make Biafra great. Thank you. I've seen some comments on the chat section. Everyone watching us now, when you look at the screen, you can see something, which is written by Sanusi Lamido. Sanusi said, before 2023 elections, I told Igbos that after the election, they will find out that North is not their problem, but a tribe from South. In this election, no state in the North prevented non-indigenous from voting. Igbo should know their real enemy, not the North. Sanusi Lamino, Sanusi. Remember, this is the man that led the gang that beheaded Gideon Akaluka, and they hanged his head on a spike. This is the man. Now, this thing on the screen is for you to understand the source of the problem and where this problem is coming from. We have been telling you, and we have told you since MNK was kidnapped, and when this election madness started, that there is every evidences of creating disunity amongst you. What you see happening in Lagos is the control of Fulani. It is Fulani that are doing what you see that is happening. These are political talks, politically recruited. You have seen videos and evidences where governors of states, especially Hope Lesusodima, comes out and tell you that every massacre, every raping, every maiming, destruction of lives and properties, and the unknown gunmen, that they are politically motivated, that it is coming from the politicians. The same thing that you see that is playing out now with this pogrom that they are using against us in all over one Nigeria now. So when you read what Sanusi wrote here, it's for you to understand the plan behind this attack of your brothers and sisters in Lagos, Kano, and Sokoto, and Borno, and many other places in one Nigeria. There has been this plan of them creating this tension so that you will now see that it is between you and your brother of Oduduwa. I want you to understand something. It is a plan. That is what Sanusi just revealed from his tweet that he told you before. That after the election and during the election that you will come to understand. Because they had planned it, they had mapped it out. For them to be able to carry the head of Biafra and jam with the head of Oduduwa, so that all of you now will now be fighting each other, and then leave the main focus, which is the Fulani terrorist, which is the Laminu himself. You will now be leaving the Laminu now, who is the real terrorist, and then you now be focusing on your Yoruba brother and your Oduduwa brother. Understand the point? It was a calculated attempt, and they have done it, and it is playing out. So when you see us come online and we are talking to you, we are trying to make you understand the source of the problem, where the problem started. That is why we also play videos of those our foolish elders that were telling you to go and validate one Nigeria. Let's see if we can play that video from our dragon, which he was trying to play that time. If we can play that video so that you can listen to what Akpo Dike, because I changed his name from Akudike to Akbudike. Before we play that one first, listen to Erufai. Listen to what Erufai said, so that you know where they're coming from. Because we warn you all and say, stay away from these shambles of one Nigeria, because it's not going to favor you. Hear what
doing 70% in Anambra State does not mean somebody doing 10% in Kano is not better than you. The number of votes in Anambra is the size of one local government in Kaduna State. So all states are not equal. If you poll states and you make them equal, yes, Peter Obi will sweep the southeastern states. He will do well in South-South. Where else? He's not polling well in Southwest, other than a drop in the ocean in Lagos. He is polling in the Christian enclaves in the north. He's polling well, but how many are they? Peter Obi cannot win the election. He doesn't have the number of states. He doesn't have 25% in more than, the last time we checked, in more than 16 states. He can't go anywhere. Peter Obi is a Nollywood actor, and that's all he will be. How can Peter Obi win any election? Peter Obi is polling 1% in Sokoto, 2% in Kaduna.
He said Peter Obi is a Nollywood actor. He's only acting film. So the film that he was acting, all of you have seen it now. Now listen to Listen to this one though, so that you will not blame yourself too much.
There will be
So that you will not blame yourself too much. Looking at the situation that you find yourselves and your brothers today, this is where the problem came from. These are the people that started the problems. These Fulefus here, look at them.
the long-term interest of the Fulani lies in the new Nigeria, within which there will be full citizens of Nigeria with right of indigenship. On the contrary, if Atiku, their brother, is to take over from Buhari, it means that the northerner takes over from northerner, Muslim takes over from Muslim, Fulani takes over from Fulani. The result is the disintegration of a unifier who calls for northerners to vote only for northerners, not Yoruba, not Igbo, must be left alone. No. The long-term interest of the Fulani lies in the new Nigeria.
Now, when you listen to Akbudike told you that the long-term interest of the Fulani lies in the new Nigeria, the Nigeria that is after this election. So they knew the problem, but they refused to tell you, do not follow them. Because the new Nigeria is what is going to kill you. The new Nigeria is the grave that they used to dig for you. So this is what the Akbudike and the Akbudike said. They knew the problem. They told you, go and vote. Oh. They even told you, oh, if you don't vote Obi, Nigeria will disintegrate. Oh. So go and vote Obi because you want to vote Obi. Now you don't vote Obi finish, they don't abandon you. You know, go see them come talk again. No.
There will be full citizens of Nigeria with right of indigenship. On the contrary, if Atiku, their brother, is to take over from Buhari, it means that the northerner takes over from northerner, Muslim takes over from Muslim, Fulani takes over from Fulani. The result is disintegration of Nigeria. A unifier who calls for northerners to vote only for northerners, not Yoruba, not Igbo, must be left alone. No.
See? You know that when Fulani come to power, it will spark tension. There will be popular uprising, and then people will stand up and wake up to do something so that everybody will be free. You say, no, do not allow it to happen. No, we don't want Nigeria to divide. We want Nigeria to continue. You know the cause of the problem. You know the solution, but you don't want to embrace the solution simply because it will take out a white envelope from your hands at the end of the month from the Fulani Caliphate. Now, see where you have landed all our youth because of the foolishness of Akbudike.
We want Fulanis in Nigeria. Their special talent adds to the many talents. We want Fulanis in Nigeria. We want Fulanis in Nigeria. We want Fulanis in Nigeria. We want Fulanis in Nigeria.
Now they hear them now. When I see the people who say they want Fulani in Nigeria, now the Fulani come for our head for Lagos now. When I no come know where the problem start again, when I go they look at our brother. See person who say they want Fulani in Nigeria. See, I'm here now. No be una elder. No be our papa na him be this. The kind foolish papa where we get self. Where we even they carry their eye, they point, they show them where something won't come enter their eye. They tell us, say, no, we want Fulani terrorists in Nigeria. And they say they have special talent. So their talent is what? Their talent is what they are displaying now in Lagos. The talent of Fulani terrorists is what they are displaying now in Lagos against our brothers and sisters who went to go and vote, trying to do what? To validate the contraption. That very talent that Akbodike was talking about here, that Fulani has talent and that he wants Fulani in Nigeria, that talent is what they are using for this election massacre. That is the talent. If you are still asking, what is the talent that Akbodike was talking about? The talent is the talent of raping, the talent of massacre, the talent of kidnapping, the talent of terrorism, the talent of destruction of lives and properties, the talent of thuggery, the talent of beheading you in broad daylight, burning you to ashes. That is the talent that Akbodike was talking about. He told you we want Fulanis in Nigeria. And that wanting of Fulanis in Nigeria, you have seen how Fulanis are doing their work, because Akbodike said he wanted them in Nigeria. But who is bearing the brunt of the work that the Fulanis are doing now? It is you, the children of this Biafra that are in Lagos, the children of Biafra that are in other parts of one Nigeria who are not in Biafra land. You are the one now feeling the brunt of the mistakes, the stupidity and the foolishness in decision makings that your elders and your fathers and your rulers have made. This is what you are facing now because of people like this. When I am so angered with these elders, people don't understand. The youth will not on their own have abandoned Mazi and then go for Peter Obi. On no account would they have done so. If the elders that we had have stood their ground and told them, reject Peter Obi, continue to follow Mazi that you have been following because he is inside there because of you. If these foolish elders that we have done this kind of thing to the youth would have listened. They wouldn't have gone wayward. This youth had to listen to what? This foolish advice of the elders that we had. And then they swung into action. They followed Obi. Today, the youth are dying. They are killing them. And the elders are folding their hands and they are not saying anything. That time that these elders of Omanese were writing letter, writing memo, writing petition, writing for the head of Mazi Simon Ekpa to be on a spike, writing for him to be kidnapped and arrested and brought back to Nigeria to come and be in detention, just like Mazi Nnamdi is in detention. Now, where did they cut our children head off for other places for Nigeria? Are these elders placing that bounty of 100,000 on the Fulani head? Are they placing the bounty of $50,000 on the head of the talks that are being used by the politicians in Lagos and other places? Can they place even $5,000 of bounty on the heads of those talks? Can they? They cannot. They wear red cap. They wear red cap and disgrace us. They wear red cap and disgrace us and talk nonsense and put the life of our children in danger when everybody was supposed to have locked down the entire Biafra land and their businesses in one accord. These Efulefu elders that we had mesmerized everything because they loved money more than your freedom. They don't love you. They don't have your interest at heart. That is why now that they are massacring you, they cannot do anything because their hands are tied. If their hands were not tied, if they were so vocal and very, very eloquent and very, very hardworking and becoming, why were they not able to bring out Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Is it you now that is in the hands of Fulani to be massacred that they can now come and rescue you? After all, they betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and made it possible for Fulani to carry Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wait, let me play one video for you people to listen, because at times when I talk too much without connecting the dots, it's as if some people will not be carried along. Wait, oh.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been incarcerated in DSS dungeon. They kidnapped him from Kenya to Nigeria. Fulani did it with the help of Ndi Igbo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been incarcerated in DSS dungeon. They kidnapped him from Kenya to Nigeria. Fulani did it with the help of Ndi Igbo.
Now, did you hear that message say, with the help of a Yoruba man? I am asking you, did you hear that message say that with the help of a Yoruba man? You did not hear it, have you? The same way that you saw the memo that they wrote, they also placed bounty on the head of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Did you see a Yoruba man placing bounty on the head of Mazi Simon Ekpa? No, you did not see. The same way these foolish people that you see here, that call themselves elders, that have dug the grave of these children that are being massacred now, and all of them cannot even be secured again in the entirety of one Nigeria. Our message was very clear. They should stay back and stay indoors. No, these foolish elders came out and said, no, ignore Simon Ekpa, ignore autopilot, ignore IPOB. They were even saying we are the ones working with one Nigeria. But we were doing something to fight the same one Nigeria. So I can't wonder which kind of foolishness there for these people brain. DOS members that even came out and said they should not listen to us. People should go out and do the elections. And we now that said, don't go out and do the election. Who was then working with one Nigeria? Today now that they have massacred you people, destroy your livelihood, we are still the same people that are here online to arrange meeting and then to dialogue and then to see how we can set the narrative straight for you to know that the problem is not from your Yoruba brother. Where are those DOS? Where are those Okwadike now, Akbudike now? Where are those Ohanese? It's only lamentation that you see them do now, nothing more. Erasmus, welcome to the studio.
Hello, my brother Tony. Yes, I'm here.
Fire on.
See, I actually wanted to call during the time Mazi Sambepa was online. I was boiling, but I could not join. I tried and I could not join. So I want to use this opportunity to send a message to, I know Sambepa is listening, always listens to this. He will listen to your program. You are one of the people that always try as much as possible. When you see anybody trying to fight against our alliance, you see me come out and fight against the person, because I always wanted our alliance to stand. After the broadcast this evening with Oduduwa Nation, my advice to Sambepa going forward is that if it depends on Oduduwa Nation to get Biafra, maybe with 50%, he should reduce it to 5%. He should work with them plainly, but he should not bank on them to get Biafra. I will say it clearly because I'm a straightforward person. What I heard from Professor Akintoye today was very, very discouraging. I'm not happy. I was mad. I wanted to come in. I could not come in. Oduduwa Nation is building their nation just like Biafra Nation. Oduduwa Nation even wanted to get Oduduwa Nation before January 2023. How come suddenly Professor Akintoye started talking about if this man won the election, that anybody who's talking about he will disrupt the swearing in? So automatically, he is talking about the swearing in of Tinubu, who is a politician. We are fighting for independent nation of Biafra. He is supposed to be fighting for independent nation of Oduduwa. We need to tell ourselves the truth so that we will not go astray. We will not go and deceive ourselves. Because from what I learned from that interview, it seems to me that he's actually not fighting for Oduduwa nation. Let me be plain. Because on 2 occasions, I've listened to the interview 2 times. Specifically, he was calling, he said he won the election, let everybody just go. Then he talked about people who were threatening or swearing in that who is going to do threatening. So what is his concern with swearing in of Tinubu? So as far as I'm concerned, Mazi, if you want to eat with the devil, go with a long fork. Walk with them, but watch them closely. I don't trust them any longer. That's just what I want to say.
Okay, Erasmus, thank you for your observation. I cannot put words into the mouth of Akintoye. He stands to defend whatever he said. Biafrans have their mandate, and we know what we are fighting for. And our allegiance with the Oduduwa remains.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much for your observation.
Thank you, Sonny.
Yeah. So, we move. Let's play this madman's video, make it finish.
We want Fulanis in Nigeria. Their special talent adds to the many talents from many tribes of Nigeria. Daragwafo, please recall that we have reached agreement with the youth of Igbo land. Especially when they were reacting to what looked like the federal government of Nigeria.
Now, when we said that these elders lured you people into your early graves, I believe you can hear him. When I said that the elders should be blamed, not the youth, he just opened his mouth now to tell you that we had an agreement with some foolish youth. They had an agreement with some foolish youth to go and make sure one Nigeria continues. Today, those foolish youth that they had an agreement together with, those foolish youth are below 6 feet. Because of the foolish agreement that they had with these foolish elders that we have, who are old but cannot make use of their wisdom. Those youth now are below 6 feet. And the agreement that they had with this old man here, they are going to go and harness that agreement inside the grave. Because Fulani talks and all the political talks that have been recruited have been used to curtail their mandate in life. They had agreement. They called them in Lagos, in Alaba. They told them, shut down your market. Go and collect a PVC. They shut down the market and went and lined up to go and collect PVC. When we say sit at home to make the Oduduwa people know that this is what they're supposed to be doing in Oduduwa land, this Efulefu elders that we have did not call our people there and tell them, close your business, sit down, observe solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. And to the Biafrans kill and to the Biafran restoration. They told them, no, don't obey, continue with your business. That is why the other one, when they were burning their market, he was complaining on Arise TV. He said, oh, we are businessmen. We don't care about what is happening in Nigeria because we are businessmen. You are businessman. Now tell me the value of that your business now, that one Nigeria has happened to you, that a new Nigeria has happened to you. Is that your business valuable or is it useful now? No, not useful, right? You call yourself businessman. If you people could close down your businesses because of this Efulefu leader that we have, with the meeting you people had, just to go and collect PVC, to the extent that there was a time I saw something on the media where, whether it was at Alaba market, at the gate, they say if you don't show your PVC, you will not enter inside the market to go and open your shop. This was done by the chairman of the market union. An Igbo man like me, now they tell you, now I'm been doing. They say everybody for market, they must go and get PVC because they want to use it to change Obi. They want to use it to change Obi. If you don't go and get your PVC, you don't enter the market. They did it. So if you did all these things, what were you expecting? Because the foolish elders were the ones that were putting you through all this. They had already made the system to have become an Igbo presidency, a Yoruba presidency, a Fulani terrorist presidency. That is how it was turned out to be. That was the clear indication of the election. The election was already divided on tribal lines. It was already divided on ethnic lines. It was already sectionalized that one section of the country will have to win, or the other side will win, or the other side will win. It was about the north, the west, and the east. That was what the election of presidency was all about. And then the hatred inside for the restoration of Biafra is what they were telling you, that if you allow Obi to win, Obi is a Biafran. That if you allow Obi to win, it will be the worst mistake. That with Obi in the pace, it will pave way for Biafra restoration. Do you people remember when Fulani were asking Obi, give us the confidence that you coming to ask for our support and for your vote is not because you want to use our opportunity to scrap Nigeria and then turn the opportunity for Biafra restoration to be when you sit in power. Was Obi able to answer it? Obi was not able to answer it. Then you are expecting that Obi will come to win election. Didn't you hear what Erufai said when I just played before? Erufai said, Obi does not have the number, but he can win in the east, but he cannot win in the north. Now I ask you, did Obi win in the east? Did Obi win in the north? Just like the Fulani man said, Obi won in the east, but Obi did not win in the north. Did you get the point? Even if you win, now tell me how a Fulani man, a northerner that is comfortable with Sharia law, will leave a Sharia law embedded man and then come and vote for you, someone that does not buy the idea of Sharia. You know, say our Momo dey too much for this life, sir. When you come back to your senses now, they tell you that Nigeria is over 200 million. Then you, from the Biafran region, that you are over 70 million. Where is the remaining 130? How many will the Oduduwa be? If you calculate that the Oduduwa is maybe 30 million, so that means the other 100 million is for the north. So if we are to even go by that, how can you use it to win election? Isn't the Okwadiko because it's the one that caused the problem that you see today?
Working hard to push the Igbo out of Nigeria. What looked like the federal government of Nigeria working hard to push. We have reached an agreement with the youths of Igbo land, especially when they were reacting to what looked like the federal government of Nigeria working hard to push the Igbo out of Nigeria by various humiliations, various exclusions, various marginalizations, and all kinds of problems. We understood the youth and agreed that the Igbo man will not be slave in Nigeria. But we also agreed with them that slaves do not become presidents.
We also agreed with them that slaves do not become president. So how did you then want to become the president when you knew that they are taking you to be a slave?
Don't mind them. Even Even the one Kanayo. Did you hear him again? Andy, all those in Purumiri here that about them. They are the youth he's referring to. Plus our youth, they buy in Biafra land. Don't mind these people. When I listen to this our elderly people, be like say make I drag them, give them big knock for head.
All these old people, it's good when person they listen to them, make you take palm wine. You go use palm wine, they wash your head. Take a pepper soup. They wash your head.
In their countries. With them, the slaves do not become presidents. But we also agreed. With them, the slaves do not become presidents in their countries.
The slaves do not become presidents in their countries. The slaves do not become presidents in their countries. Imagine a country where they say it's a country. Some set of people are classified as slaves, while some other set of people are classified as citizens of the country. And then you are still forcing yourself to be reconsidered as not being a slave. But yet you are admitting it very well that they will not give you opportunity because they see you as a slave. But you are still forcing yourself on it. And you force your youth. You force our children. Tell them, go and vote. Oh, today, they voted. And they are now feeling the brunt of one Nigeria.
In God's gift to us. And we make sure that we respect every group. The unexpected may happen soon, or
you know that the unexpected will happen soon. He knows quite well that the unexpected will happen soon, no? But yet he encouraged the youth to go and die. The youth that is supposed to keep and use them as Gideon of our time and as David of our time, who are supposed to be preparing their trenches. They are supposed to be the youth that are supposed to be preparing their armory now, cleaning up their shields, cleaning up their knives and their weapons, preparing for the wars that may happen soon, which you open your mouth here to say, the worst will happen soon, no. But you are sending the same youth to go and die for nothing.
And we make sure that we respect every group. The unexpected may happen soon, or the sagacious, deep-thinking, expert legalist Yoruba group are very close to exit from Nigeria. And when they nullify the imposed amalgamation fraud, exit from Nigeria will be free to all. Not even South Middle Belt Group, which has 4 zones out of 6, is thinking of staying back. Indeed, Yoruba and the Igbo are the most stupid of our peoples, thinking of staying back. Indeed, Yoruba and the Igbo are the most stupid of our peoples. They are really the problem of Nigeria.
Hey.
It is the choice of enmity that keeps Nigeria down.
Hello, Meru.
Indeed, Yoruba and the Igbo are the most stupid of our people.
Hello.
They are really the problem of Nigeria. It is the choice of enmity that keeps Nigeria down.
Hello.
Indeed, Yoruba and the Igbo are the most stupid of our peoples. They are really the problem of Nigeria. It is the choice of enmity that keeps Nigeria down.
So, una don't hear una elders. These are the kind of elders that recruited your youth and brainwash them and put them to go and make one Nigeria to stand. It's the same person that is still telling you, the youth, that you are the most stupid of all in this life because you don't want Nigeria to continue. But it's the same person that say we had agreement with you youth will be foolish. Today now, they have lured you to your graves. They have lured you to your early graves. And they are enjoying themselves somewhere. They can easily get visa and fly out of the country. Let me ask you as a youth, what is your income that you can use to get visa out of Nigeria? You don't have, right? Can you even afford flight ticket money from Nigeria to Senegal or Nigeria to Sierra Leone or Nigeria to Benin Republic? You cannot. But all these white envelope collectors, all these man must whack politicians and elders that you see, all these stomach infrastructure and stomach agitator politicians, they have a lot to collect from the Fulanis. That is why they stand against your freedom, because they can fly out anytime. It is the same thing that happened when Fulani template of Islamization was on the table. What did Azikiwe do? Azikiwe, your ceremonial president, was when he zoomed out of Nigeria to the Caribbean. That was in January 1966. Now, as at late December, as at late 1965, he left earlier that time, understanding that the Fulanization template has already been placed. He could not do anything because his hands were tied. He was just a ceremonial president, just going to sit down there and to carry the head and bear the name, while the Fulanis make the decisions. Ahmadu Bello was there. Shagari was there, all of them. He could not do anything, he zoomed off. He was in the Caribbean while the coup of January 15, 1966 was ongoing. Your ceremonial president was not in Nigeria. He was in Caribbean. He was in UK having a tour, enjoying himself, touring around. While your gallant brothers and sisters of Zogo and Kaduna and others were seeing a way of curtailing the massacre that would have taken everybody unawares. But your ceremonial president was there to enjoy himself. Ada Biafra, carry the mic, please. Let's round up. Ada Biafra, can you hear me? Ada Biafra, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Biafran people. It is obvious that we are going home, irrespective of any distraction. We don't care. They can call us anything. They can say we are the stupid and foolish or whatever. They are the one that are foolish. You have seen it all. They are the ones that refuse to talk when they are buying you people. They refuse to protect you. Life is number one before your property. Our leader Mazi Kanu was hammering on this life and property. Number one, for your life. We value you. We want you to be safe. We want you to be alive. Biafra is coming. We need everybody in Biafra land. We don't want to our people. No matter whoever that is doing the killing, whether na Fulani or whether na the Sanusi them group in Lagos, because they have strategized and set for time for a time like this. That was why they allowed this to go this way. So the template is already there. Even if Peter Obi win the whole everywhere, even in the north, your vote cannot count. They regard you as slaves. They even told you to your face. And look at the Okpoko Okwa Nketako Okwa Mbadika Mamukova. He is telling you that a foreigner, we need foreigner terrorists. Fulani, where everybody, if you Google it, you know what is Fulani terrorist. ISWAP, Al-Qaeda, Hesme, Boko Haram, call it anything, bandit is baptizing name. They are the one Okwadike opened his mouth to tell you that we need Fulani in Nigeria. You need Fulani. Okwadike may Fulani visit your immediate family. He say, so that you feel the same pain a Hamufu people are feeling. Izobe people, or half of them, even Uli. These are the people that connive with Professor Joffo in America here to bring out Ebube Monkey. Ebube Monkey failed because some politicians hijacked it. How many people were Ebube occupied in Biafra land? Okwadike them are the ones that brought them out to come and eliminate our people. I don't know how old these people will live again, that they are determining your future for you. I don't know. Because of one kweke something he had in Abuja or maybe anywhere. That is why they don't want to rest. That is why they are determining your future, and they will still tell you, you are the leaders of tomorrow. That tomorrow not they finish. Excuse me. I beg, which name be tomorrow? Whose name be that tomorrow? Tomorrow not they finish. Is it when they finish on an you not go be leaders of which tomorrow? I beg go, I no get strength. Onya mara asu, oswa n'ikwe. Onya amaha asu, suo na me.
Obi, take it easy. Leave them there. Thank you. Take some water. Okay, Biafrans all over the world, thank you so much. We move. Our focus is on the ball, and we must continue.
Mazi Kano has been incarcerated in this dungeon. They kidnapped him from Kenya to Nigeria. Fulani did it with the help of Ndibo. Mazi.
Now the Igbos listen, and everybody from the Niger Delta listen. Don't say, oh, they are directly talking to the Igbo. I am not Igbo. I got attacked today at my polling unit without they didn't even get to find out if I was Igbo or not. So as long as you don't look like the Hausas or you don't speak Yoruba, of course you are Igbo. So this message is for all the Igbos and Niger Deltans. Do not see this hatred has grown past the limit of just ordinary verbal threat. This hatred has grown past, I'm repeating it, has grown past the level of this is just an ordinary threat. Because now small remain today, I for don't die. The only thing will make me no die today now, because maybe God don't talk, say no be like that, I go take die. If you dey waka for roads, carry something where you go fit defend yourself. A fork, a knife, a dagger, anything where you know say you go fit carry where you fit defend yourself. It is don't gas. When they say if they rush you, you go tell them, you go start tell them say no one. Carry on. If you be woman, put her for your post. Because even when APC party agent was strangling me on the floor, two of them, and I was struggling, a Yoruba woman was there telling them to hit me hard. So this one be say, woman feel rush you as woman, man feel rush you as woman, man feel rush you as man. Carry something where go use protect yourself. Now safety first though. If you die for Nigeria, you die for nothing. Now the truth be that. Carry something. If na knife you fit carry, if na dagger you fit carry, anything where you fit carry, put time they protect yourself, because the hatred is too much. This hatred it don't too much now. I was thinking before it was just a mere threat. Mama, this one not be mere threat again, no. This one now, if you not protect yourself, you feel be at the right place at the wrong time, or if you be at the wrong place at the right time, you don't buy.
You don't know what it means. Most of us do not understand what it means to be a Biafran. You have not seen anything yet. I was kidnapped. I was beaten. I was spat at. My clothes were ripped from my body. Women urinated and poured it on me because of Biafra, so that they may humiliate me to such a point that I will not talk about Biafra anymore. They videoed me. Masop has a video of me where they were beating me, dragging me on the floor, tearing my clothes because I spoke the truth. That did not stop me from talking about Biafra. It did not stop me from taking Radio Biafra to Enugu. It did not stop me from broadcasting Radio Biafra from Nnewi. It did not stop me from broadcasting Radio Biafra from Onitsha, from Owerri, from Aba, from Port Harcourt. I am resolute. I don't retreat. Never. Nigeria has put me in detention before. Solitary confinement. It did not stop me from preaching Biafra. How about an imbecile some we are talking? How can that affect me? If those that kidnapped me and nearly killed me did not stop me from doing Biafra, how about an imbecile hiding somewhere? People must know who I am. I am destructively stubborn. You see, Biafra is going to come. You don't know what it means. Most of us do not understand what it means to be a Biafra.
If you want the Igbo to be second-class citizens in their country, the one you should have allowed them to go. You have no moral justification for treating for keeping second-class citizens in your country. There will be no peace.
Okay.
Their children are growing up. They are asking questions.
I wanted to draw your attention to the front page of today's This Day, which says, "Bury zoning and bury Nigeria. South/Middle Belt leaders warn." And that's a statement that you co-signed. What exactly are the consequences that you fear if we do not have a Southern president come 2023?
Very much. No Nigerian would like to live in Nigeria whereby certain people believe that unless they are in power, there's no Nigeria, that they will not, that party will not succeed. So if APC believes that unless you have a Northern as a candidate, they won't succeed, because they believe that the 12 million votes led by Buhari will be taken over by that person. So they have been watching PDP, that have been prevaricating, that have been existing because of the support of the Southeast, are prevaricating. So they are waiting. The moment it is thrown open in the South, by PDP, they will change. I've heard that their leader, Abdullahi Adamu, I know him very well. We were together in 79 in PDP. I'm sorry, NPN. He was secretary of the Plateau NPN, later chairman. He was pressing the people like Ibrahim Matu, who were ready to take up peace, but they wouldn't allow them. A minority of Fulanis in Plateau took over power from the that led to the trouble later. What am I saying? When Lugard created Nigeria in 1914, he did not say some people are superior to the other. So when the war ended, Nigeria was a three-legged pot. Black pot we use in cooking. One leg belonged to the north. The other leg belonged to the west. The other leg belonged to the east. These were the three legs upon which Nigeria stood. Once you destroy one during the war, Nigeria has not been steady. They never allowed General Yakubu Gowon to complete the building of Nigeria after the Civil War in the name of coup. I'm writing a memoirs, and the title of that book is Brutally Frank. And the foreword is written by my boss, General Yakubu Gowon. I said, oh, let me warn. The coup that threw Gowon out of office was not due to any other thing, inefficiency of Gowon also. It was because of the war, the Civil War. And I will say this in my book. I won't say it now. It was the refusal of some people to allow the Igbos to be appointed general manager of the NNOC, which is NNPC now. And because an Igbo man was appointed, there was a coup. I have the story. I will say it in my book. I don't want to say it publicly now. So I believe that if we have to come back together, and the Igbos are now part of us, we should not do anything to remind them. But why did you surrender? So my father asked that question. If you want the Igbo to be second-class citizens in their country, the one you should have allowed them to go. You have no moral justification for keeping second-class citizens in your country. There will be no peace.
Okay.
Their children are growing up. They are asking questions. So what I'm saying is this. If you zoning which will heal the Igbo leg is not done, Nigeria is not straight. So if you say you have zoning is dead or rotation is dead and buried, there will be no Nigeria.
Okay, sir.
Because nobody will remain in this country.
Okay, sir.
As a second-class citizen.
Their children are growing up, and their children have all grown up, and their children are here now. Woto Pro Max. Thank you all for listening to this broadcast, and do us the favor of enabling the notification bell from wherever you're watching from, so that whenever we come live, you can get notified and be with us within some seconds. Remember to hit the like button and the share, and you must listen to Simon EKPA. He is giving us the trend that is taking us to Biafra land. Ada Biafra, say bye-bye to Biafrans as we walk come up for here now.
May God bless everybody. Ada Biafra from Chicago is saying, Kemesia. I love you. Bye.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. From me, from here, it is good evening.
As he dey pain them, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us, he go dey pay.
Kabure kele Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa joko no ya adịrị na mma. The spokesman. Odogwu nwoke ji wee biri na Igbo. Ụmụ Biafra niile si gị isi ke no ya.
So as he dey sweet us, he go dey pain them.
As I'm watching me on television now, he dey pain them.
Nwoke na-ebe ebe oya ndị Iraq, go and do your job while we focus on decimating Nigeria until 2023.
People to go and protect our land.
I just asked you a simple question. People who come to me and they tell me, Chidi, stop attacking Simon Ekpa, because Simon Ekpa is the one who is